The Vietnam War defined a generation. It changed the lives of people who fought in it, those who fought against it, and the families of both.
My name is Steve Perreault. I live in Fargo, North Dakota now. I was in Vietnam from January of 1969 to February of 1971. Worked from 10 or 11 o'clock at night till 9 or 10 in the morning. Stopped by to pick up my mail at the headquarters building on my way back to the barracks. And the sergeant major heard me call my name for my mail, stuck his head out the window and told me to go grab my gear. And he said, I think he said double time. So I ran over and grabbed my equipment, weapon, helmet, and everything, and got to the headquarters building. The sergeant major threw me some grenades and some more ammunition. And then we got a Jeep, and the colonel who commanded the unit, and the sergeant major, and we picked up 2 more Jeeps with pedestal-mounted M60s on them, and I think 6 MPs, and we're on our way out. At this point, I still didn't know what was going on. We get there, and the first thing we do is run into a major, a Vietnamese major, who spoke very good English. And Sergeant Major says, well, you take a couple of the MPs and roam around and see what you can find out. And that was about the time the wind shifted. And the stench was unbearable. It was a mass grave. Somewhere around 500 people, and they'd all been herded into the graves. Some of them might have been buried alive. A lot of them were obviously shot in the back of the head. They had their hands tied behind them. It had been done during the Tet Offensive. They found it when helicopters was on a sandy beach. It was 90-some degrees. The humidity was probably 100%. It was just a bad day. But the helicopters were seeing rectangular patches of just bright green grass over the grave sites. So they started digging. I'm roaming around with the 2 MPs, asking questions, trying to find out what happened. I didn't know anything about this before we walked up to it. I knew there'd been a Tet Offensive. I knew Hue had been captured. I knew there'd been a lot of casualties, but I didn't realize that the North Vietnamese had literally conducted a purge in the city of Hue.